Yo, what's up, everybody?
Hey, how you doing, everyone?
How the devil are you?
I'm pretty good, actually. A little bit unorganised this week, but that's nothing new.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've all had a bit of a week of it, to be honest. But we're nearly there. That's the thing. So, what you been up to, mate? What you been doing with yourself?
Not a huge amount, to be fair. Surviving, hibernating, burying my head in the sand. The normal stuff. Working, or at least trying to work. Struggling a bit this week, but we're getting there. Plodding away. What about yourself, mate? You had an eventful week?
Yeah, I missed Monday at work because we had bad snow up where I live. So spent the day wandering around fields and going up and down hills on sledges and stuff. So that was good. The kids were like kids again. So that was quite fun. What else I do? I've done a collaboration with the Kitchen Quiz that got released today. I've done some Swedish meatballs, so check that out on my website. We could use the views. I can see Maxine Cockwomble. Thank you very much, mate. What else have I been up to? Yeah, just working, really, really, really busy.
Yeah,
to the point of
I've done a few bits with Russ from last week's show for the Q Together project. That was made up some artwork. We've got some of that shared out as well. That's really good incentive going on.
No,
to get behind that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So who are we on this week, then, Ryan?
This week we've got Steve on from Dutchy
Cooking.
Dutchy Cooking, absolutely. Amongst other things, he's a man of many talents. So, should we get him up and talk about what's going on?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if anyone will recognise him. He might have his hoodie up. Who knows? He could be unrecognisable. The Phantom Dutchy.
Ready? Let's get him in. Hi, Steve. How you doing, mate?
I'm good. Are you guys?
I'm not too bad, thanks.
Good.
Not too bad. I'm loving the sign behind you, mate. The flag. That looks awesome.
Nice, isn't it?
Look at that with the hashtag Q Together as well. Awesome stuff.
Yeah. Very important.
Yeah,
definitely.
Exactly. I must say before we get started that it was a good show last week. A bit unusual. It's
different, wasn't it?
Ready to do the show, I'd say. But,
it needs tackling, doesn't it? The stigma needs kiboshing.
Absolutely. Well, we're still not done yet. It's gone far and wide. So tomorrow's the main event for hashtag Q Together. Please do light up your barbecues at 7:30 local time. Get lit up, share it, spread the love. Let's try and make the world a happier place via the gift of barbecue. I'm sure we can do that. Everybody can. Please do in the chat. Use the hashtag and post some pictures.
Yeah,
definitely.
Speaking of that, should we pull up a certain someone just before we get rolling on this interview properly? Because obviously it's all about Steve this week, who's our guest. We've got a load of questions we want to ask him and get that running. But I also think that we need to pull up someone else as we're on this subject, just to push home and enforce what needs to be hopefully done by everyone.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Hi, Rush. How you doing, mate?
Hey, guys. I can see people in the chat already saying, "Oh God, he's back again."
Yeah. No, that's it. A message can't go away, mate. It's got to stay in the forefront of everyone's minds.
Exactly. Well, it is literally a fleeting message from me, guys. I just wanted to pop on, and thanks again ever so much for giving me a couple of minutes to pop on, and thanks to Steve as well for letting me jump in ahead of him. Just to say that Q Together tomorrow, as Ryan said earlier on, at 7:30 local time. Loving the sign, mate. 7:30 local time tomorrow. Get out there, light up your barbecue. All I want you to do is get a flame going, take a picture of it, put it on your chosen social media, Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, with simply just the hashtag Q Together. And then I'm going to pull all of those images and, you know, hopefully I'm going to do something quite sexy with it, sort of artwork wise, post it. But more importantly, it's let's flood the internet with a bit of light to kind of lift the lid on this mental health crisis that we've got going on at the moment, and show the barbecue community that we're there for them.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah.
Totally agree. You got our support. So what I can't. You know how much we got your back, mate. And words don't even say how much we got your back. So
really appreciate it, guys. Really appreciate it.
Yeah,
No problems.
And I just got to say as well, a quick thanks to Steve, because been working with Steve Dutchy over there. And we're pleased to announce that we've got some merchandise hitting the shops, hopefully in the next week or so. We're going to have some branded T-shirts made up with 100% of the sale profits going to both the charities Mind and Calm as well. Steve, are you happy for me to kind of give a bit of detail on what it's going to say? It was your baby, it was your brainchild, mate. But a lot of us know.
Ryan,
Okay, no. Yeah, go on. Describe away.
So it's going to be a T-shirt with a text on it, as you can see there. Barbecue may not be the road to world peace, but it's a start. And the bit for me is the name that's important underneath that, the Anthony Bourdain. We all know who he is. We all love him, and we all tragically know that he took his own life and was obviously battling some issues himself there. So it's a really poignant message, a really poignant T-shirt, and really good to get it out there and kind of help continue to spread this word.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
So thanks for Steve for that. We'll hopefully get them on the website and start taking some orders next week for that. But like I say, all proceeds of the sales go direct to charity, so no money making. And we're also going to have some of these snapback caps available as well next week. I don't know if you can see on there, it's got the Q Together hashtag. So again, all proceeds are going to charity on that one.
That's really
awesome
cool.
work, mate.
So if you was to want to go and buy a T-shirt or hat, where would you actually go to, Russ?
So, shameless plug time. It is the website. It is www.therustybarbecueco.com. On there, you'll see the shop. Click through to the shop, and we'll have the products on the shop there available for you to buy. T-shirts are going to be in a range of sizes from medium up to extra large. Sorry, double XL we're going for. Just because I've lockdown's not treating me too well at the moment. I'm not going to lie. So I'd rather go big and baggy myself.
What about for us super fat guys?
I was going to say that's more of
That's special order from
me.
Steve.
We'll sort anything out, any sizes. Let us know. We can sort it all out. No worries.
It's about 4XL.
There you go.
I think that's medium. That's medium barbecue, isn't it? That one.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, guys, get on there,
Excellent
get some merch when it's out and about. But most importantly, tomorrow, support the Q Together, get those images up, and let's spread this light far and wide.
Absolutely. That's it. It's 7:30 tomorrow UK time, and then obviously whatever it is, 7:30 your local times around the world. Just post on up.
Yeah,
light good. Up, post up.
Hashtag Q Together.
Q Together is the hashtag. Please use it as much as you can on every post until forevermore.
Yeah, exactly. Cool.
Right.
I will bow out gracefully and look forward to listening to the show with Steve. So thanks again, guys. Thanks everybody that's listening for all your support as well. It's been immense over the last couple of weeks, and let's continue to build on that.
Excellent.
Cheers, Russ.
Cheers, guys. Take it easy.
Take it easy, mate. Thanks for popping on.
Right then, should we get on to the focus of tonight's show?
Yeah,
Dutchy himself.
Then there were three. So, Mr. Steve, let's break out into this interview. Firstly, let us know how long you have been cooking over fire and smoke, please. Just as a beginning question that we ask everyone.
Probably started when I was about 13, 14.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the old with the Scouts, really. That was my kind of introduction to live fire cooking, as it's well known now.
Yeah. definitely. I think quite a few people have sort of come in and said that's where they've developed their love for live fire cooking. Is the Scouts.
I remember, like I said, around about that time, we used to have a competition, local competition through the Scout groups, and it was a weekend camping, and you used to have to do everything. You got scored on what you did, how you put your tent up, and also there was a big cooking part of it, and that was my kind of, let's. So everyone else gas and things like that. No. Let's dig a hole in the ground. Let's get some wood in it.
And set fire to it.
Yeah. Mother works in a shop, and I said, "Can you get some of these big hooks that hang up the meat up?" So we made a frame, and that's how we cooked. You know, like pots hung up over the fire, and really, that's one of my biggest memories of starting to cook.
All right, cool. So as Matt said, a lot of people come in with the Cubs and the Scouts doing all the cooking. I'm pretty sure I said this before, but I remember wrapping up the old baked potatoes and tin foil and putting them in the embers and all of that wonderful stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe I've just blocked it out of my memory that, you know, in the Scouts, maybe they just didn't trust us with open flame and they just didn't do it. I can't ever remember doing it with the Scouts.
Really?
No?
Maybe you're that little bit younger than us, I suppose.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Health and safety wasn't really a thing when I was younger. They just let you play with axes and make fires.
Yeah. I had a can of petrol with some matches, go and make some fun.
Yeah, it was.
Knife round with you.
I remember the Scoutmaster. He gave me like his great big lock knife. It was, I don't know, it must have been about. Well, it weren't far off a Crocodile Dundee one. He said, "I want you to whittle some sausage, whittle some sticks up, so we can cook some sausages." So I was like, "All right." But back then, if you would have cut yourself, you would have probably got in trouble with your parents for not doing it properly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they wouldn't have come hunting for the Scoutmaster, would they?
Yeah, but like I say, I've always been cooking, or virtually as long as I can remember. In school days, I actually did cooking as one of my subjects right the way through.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which, is a pretty tough thing to choose to do when you're in secondary school.
No, definitely. I mean, my eldest is doing food as one of his key subjects, and he loves it.
Yeah.
Really good at it.
At the old school, there was only two of us. I mean, a lad called Simon who did it, and it was like on a Monday morning with a bag full of ingredients. What are you doing? Oh, I'm making rhubarb crumble today. And of course, all the lads used to take the mickey out of you and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I bet they can't make a decent dish now, can they?
No.
I'm not going to totally lower the tone here, but surely if you're doing cooking and stuff like that, you must have had the inside track on a lot of fellas.
On a lot of?
On a lot of chaps running around the school. If you're sort of doing cookery and stuff with all of the
that sounds like the wrong terminology there, Ryan.
Just
classroom full of girls.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. When you said it, I immediately went, "Why is he for men?" Oh, I see what you mean. You're bypassing all the other guys to get to the room full of women.
See, that's where
maybe that's just my. Yeah, smart choices. He didn't actually like cooking at all. You just like being in a room full of women.
Great minds think alike, sir. That's all I'm saying. Fair play to you. Not only did you learn to cook, but so we've covered that brief. So you've just hit 1K on YouTube. Congratulations on that, mate.
Thank you.
It takes a lot of doing. I'm still struggling away, and like everyone plugs away. They say once you make 1K, you're a YouTuber. So congratulations. Ta-da!
We're still trying.
Yeah, but Ryan, look, Matt, you've got to make some videos.
That's very true.
We make videos every week. We're episode 33.
But yeah, as Ryan knows, it is hard. It's hard work. It's the planning. Well, it's like what you put to your shows. It's the planning. You're planning 2-3 weeks out in advance. That's what I do. I've got all my ideas on, which can be, I think, I've probably got about 200-300 ideas on it. I tick once I've done them, I tick them off. And I see someone's cooking something on the television, I think, oh,
I did the same.
I'll tweet that and what have you. So yeah, so the idea's always flowing, and yeah, the time. I mean, like shooting the videos is probably the easiest stuff. Then you got the editing and like that's done. The social media that goes around it, it's not just YouTube you're posting up on. You're doing Facebook, Instagram.
No, absolutely.
And things. I mean, on a Wednesday morning, I probably post links up on 15, 20 different sites. Your Facebook sites, the groups you're in. So yeah, it's
Sorry, what did you say there? I missed that last bit, mate.
Yeah, I say it can be about it can be hard work.
Yeah. So totally agree. It is 100% hard work. There's no two ways about it. You got to be committed to get it going.
Yeah, I mean, I've been fortunate, or you can say fortunate or unfortunate. It depends on which way you think, because obviously the lockdowns and the COVID things we're in at the moment, since we've started in March, I've had barely any work. So you could say I've had the time to do it. Yeah.
Nice. Keep yourself busy, I suppose. Yeah, definitely.
It's going back to a little bit like Russ and the Q together. Is that got that enthusiasm, and then other days,
yeah, I feel that. I know that feeling oh too well.
Because the wife said, "What have you done today?" Nothing. Yeah. The day after, I could be cooking 2 or 3 dishes. But some days you're just like, I can't be bothered to do a thing.
Yeah, I certainly felt that since the beginning of this lockdown.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I think for the first 3 or 4 months, I hardly went anywhere. Not out of the house. I was in the garden, but actually away from. I don't think I went anywhere, and a lot of the cooks I did, and I think I used the hashtag. I don't know, it was leftover cooks. A lot like digging out the freezer. And that's what I did. I used. I mean, the wife was quite pleased that I kind of started to run the freezer down.
We done the same, to be honest. The first lockdown over here, it was like. It was bizarre, wasn't it? Everything seemed to be in shortage, but now it's like, no one bats an eyelid.
No, that's it. Everyone. No, that's it. It's just like life goes on normally now. I mean, the first lockdown, obviously, I was still at work, driving back and forth down the motorway. There was nothing on the roads. This lockdown, it don't feel there's far too many people on the roads for it to be a lockdown. It just seems like everybody's just still going about their lives. I get it.
Because, like I say, obviously, my business has been put on hold. Everything I work for is on hold.
Yeah.
People like go to the supermarket shopping with the families, 3 or 4 of them. And I'm thinking, hold on a minute, I'm on hold.
Yeah.
But
you're just
carrying on. I mean,
that's it.
The arguments I've had with my family and relatives about it, and they're like, "Well, but I only need to." No, this is what it is. Lockdown, and
Yeah, you got to stick to the rules. Got to stick to the rules.
So getting back to it, YouTube 1,000, and obviously we're very grateful for that. I'd say my biggest kind of base of followers is actually in America.
Yeah. So we're going to sort of taper around to that a little bit in a little while. If you remember back to when we was when I went to one of your tailgates, we had a bit of a discussion, albeit very drunkenly over.
Oh, very drunk.
But yeah,
Absolutely.
And probably the main area that, and I've seen a little comment from Charlie there, is from India as well.
really, India.
Yeah, because I do quite a bit of it, like Indian cuisine.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, don't know what to think of an Englishman cooking Indian recipes.
No, well, I mean, Charlie said earlier on he's guessing that the scouts didn't teach him Indian and Asian cooking. So, where did you pick those up from?
Yeah, well, yeah, good question. He's actually now I should be in bed after a good night, a good day on the beach, and a few beers and a steak because I was supposed to be in India at this present time.
Oh, no.
So that would probably answer Charlie's question. That I go to India every year, January.
Okay.
Summer holidays, vacations, whatever we're going to call them, and that's where I pick up a lot of it because I've got friends over there now. I mean, I've been going 14, 15 years.
Oh, wow.
Whereabouts in India do you go?
Huh?
Whereabouts in India do you go?
We go to Goa, which is obviously the kind of playground, if you want to call it. It's not the real India.
No.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's enough of India for me. I've been out like that. But yeah, obviously, I talk to the chefs while I'm there. I watch what they're doing. I ask for the recipes. I've got friends, so I'll email them. If I think, oh, well, I want to cook so-and-so, I'll email them or send them a message say, have you got a recipe? And half the time, you don't really get a recipe back because they just cook,
They just throw it in and
it's there.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's my love of Indian food and the cooking.
It's a marvelous thing. In fact, we might as well get tucked into some of them questions now about your cast iron cooking and all of that sort of stuff. So, one of the questions is going to be what is your favourite thing to cook on your channel? Obviously, I'm guessing it must be Indian food then, or is there something else you?
Yeah, as a cuisine as a whole, it would be Indian food. I mean, I'll be cooking the curry tomorrow night and what have you. But Indian cuisine is all. I mean, I did lime curry popcorn a couple of weeks back. But yeah, lime curry popcorn. I'm fortunate that I have actually got a tandoor oven.
Yeah.
Nah. Nice.
It's pretty cool. It is pretty cool.
Which I'm going to experiment a lot more with this year and cook different things that you won't expect cooked in a tandoor oven. I did a little trial a few months back with chicken wings.
Oh yeah, I remember that actually.
Yeah,
that was really cool. They must have cooked in no time.
10 minutes for chicken wings. It's unbelievable. Yeah, so I'm looking at doing belly pork in there and all types of things like that.
God, belly pork would be that'd blow up like a great big crisp, wouldn't it? That's so.
That's the idea.
Yeah, that'd be really good. So you got touching on your cookers, you've got loads of different types of cookers that I've seen you use. Like
I've got many cookers. I'm just having a look to see if she's not listening. I've probably got in the region cookers equipment around about 25 units, different type of things for different, myself. I've got my own little workshop with welders in and things like that. I go down there and play when it's time. Other things. I've got some Kamados, a large Pit Boss Kamado, the smaller version, Argentinian grill, stove, things like that. I've got a GMG pellet smoker that actually won for Halloween for the first time. I think it was the first time it had been run for 3 years.
Blimey.
Blimey.
The old green
Just
mountain grill.
sat there waiting for you to use it.
The wife keeps saying, that big black thing under that cover over there, when are you going to sell it? Don't you think you ought to sell it? Because you've not used it. So I thought, well, if I use it...
She'll stop.
So I baked an apple pie in it, I think.
All right.
Nice.
They're pretty solid pellet smokers, though, aren't they? The Green Mountain grills. They're supposed to be pretty cool, pretty robust.
I'm 80% happy with it. There was a few control issues, and I think we had a new board in it when 6 months into having it. But yeah, they're pretty good for basically loading up with pellets, put your meat in, set the temperature, walk away, and come back 8 hours later.
Mm.
If that's the type of thing you want to be doing.
Yeah, definitely. So your bespoke. What was the one you took on the tailgate? It was like a little oven thing. It was.
Oh, the South African Vicari oven.
Yeah, that was.
No, Vivaki oven. It's called. It's a Vivaki oven. Yeah, it's basically a cylinder, and it's got 2 places where you put charcoal on the side, you put charcoal on the top and underneath. So basically, you're surrounding it with charcoal, and you put whatever you want to cook inside.
Mm.
And yeah, great for cooking bread. I think I did a goat's leg in it. I think at the tailgate. Goat leg.
Was it? No, it might have been roe deer, wasn't it, or was it?
I think we just cooked that a bit of roe deer.
Mm.
I think that was on the Friday. On the Saturday, I did a whole goat leg in it, I think, and what have you.
Yeah, that was nice.
I took my little Sardo cross, if you remember, and cooked pork on it.
Yeah, he done belly pork on that. That was nice as well.
Yeah.
Charlie just said, "Have you ever been to Africa?"
If you can count Morocco as Africa, yes. Further down, no. I almost went. I don't remember that far back now. 2019 to South Africa to do some work, but they deemed it unsafe for me to go. But no, basically not real Africa. No.
I'm just looking at one of these ovens that you're talking about.
Well,
They look quite interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really.
Gas cylinder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're quite funky. I like them.
Yeah.
I have to have a look into getting one of them. That's something different.
It is. Not many pits that I've made out of gas cylinders. I've got the little pig.
No. It does look like a pig, yeah.
Yeah, I've got a bull.
Yeah?
I've got a monkey. As
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Well, they've just welded like little bits onto it to make it look like those. I mean, obviously the standard one looks like a pig.
Yeah. Like I say,
Well, while we're on the subject, do you think you better plop them up on the screen, Matt, just so everyone else in the chat can see them?
Give me a second. Please hold, caller.
We can keep on going. Don't worry. I know you
carry on going whilst I
do the fiddly bits, the clever stuff.
Yeah, you get it.
So all of the pits and stuff you've had made, they're all fairly bespoke. Well, they're not fairly. They're very, very bespoke sort of stuff. Like, look at that. That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the Vivacari oven, isn't it? The charcoal underneath and on the top.
Yeah, that's it. Cool bit of kit, that. I like it.
Backy, yeah. I've also Mike's in the chat. Hi, Mike.
Yeah, Mike's here.
Got the Stunts Clone, which is an American stunt smoker.
Right.
Which is charcoal gravity feed, where you have a charcoal, the fire's at the bottom, main chamber, and basically, obviously, as it burns the charcoal at the bottom, it self-feeds. Probably 5 or 6 years. I got the plans off a forum site and then shrunk it down. So it's what I call the tabletop one. So that, but also down in my workshop, I've actually got the full size stumped smoker, and it's a metre and a half. No, not metre. 1,200 mil square kind of cabinet.
Blimey.
That's
A big old unit.
Yeah, I started to build it. It's similar to the Pro-Q cabinet.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Danielle, how you doing, mate?
Yeah. For 2 years now, it's sat there in my workshop waiting for one side panel to go on and the door to be fitted.
Mm-hmm.
But I keep looking at it and thinking, I'm never going to use that. It's too big.
You'll have to finish it off and then flog it and then
The idea, yeah.
start on something else.
That's just crying out to be used in a competition, though, isn't it? A gravity-fed smoker like that would be amazing.
I mean, it's got all the casters on and everything, and it just needs,
A door.
staying off, finishing off, basically.
Mm.
I'm sick and tired of walking around it. It's got stuff piled on the top of it now,
I reckon
Yeah.
you should finish that off for the next tailgate when obviously this all COVID crap disappeared. Finish it and bring it to the tailgate, and then just leave it in the field. and then it's not your problem then, is it?
I can get more scrap value because they do weigh quite a
Yeah, I should imagine they probably do.
Mm.
believable. But yeah. So like I say, I do kind of go down the workshop because actually January through till Easter is my quiet time through work anyway. That's
Yeah.
my holidays at this time. So I do have another couple of months to play. So that's when I go down the workshop and go and play.
Yeah, yeah. But
You got a
bring up more
CNC
stuff.
machine down there?
Pardon?
You got a CNC machine or a laser cutter?
I've got a laser cutter, yeah, handheld laser cutter. No, it's only handheld laser cutter.
Oh, okay.
Well, I've got a pretty good metal company near me that I can go down and say, oh, I want this or want that, and they'll cut it all for me. So, yeah, it's not too bad.
I got some ideas for a little travel barbecue.
All right, yeah.
Hmm.
One thing the guy you need to talk to is Chris Mason.
Yeah.
I have hit him up. He did say yes, he'd do it, and then I've completely forgotten to get in touch with him again. But yeah, it's just like a slot together unit, and then you just take all apart again, and it's just like 5-6 bits, slot it together, put your charcoal in it, done.
Yeah.
Take it apart when you're finished.
Talking to Chris.
He's cut me that.
Yeah.
Things like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's done that sign for us up there. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
We've got a question in from Mike just coming up. I've been thinking of this a lot lately. Do you have a target audience or that you're trying to reach, Steve?
I don't know. I'll pimp myself out to anybody.
Yeah. Anyone that wants to, spend time listening.
No, basically, I cook what I want to cook, and I'll put it out there. And if people want to watch, and they'll watch, and if they comment, that's all better. And if they subscribe, that's even better.
Yeah.
But I think you've got to be cooking for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
On what you cook, rather than trying to for somebody else or cook for trying to get subscribers or watch, because it's not enjoyable then.
No.
No, exactly.
Yeah. You've got to be cooking for yourself, and also this is another question I just thought of. How much you say you plan ahead quite a lot into cooking your recipes and stuff, but do you actually do any sort of practice cooks? Because I do sometimes if they're a bit tricky, but you just bang it all in.
Yeah. What you see on the screen, what the video that goes out, is 99% of the time, the first time I've tried it, while I'm recording it. So anything I think, that's it. There's only one, and it was for the Cast Iron October Challenge of Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
And it took me three goes that are scrapped to make the bratwurst burger.
Mm.
The fall into pieces. Every way I
No, no.
hold the burger, every time I went to flip it, it just disintegrated. So that was three different days of coming up with a different way of doing it, and it still fell to pieces in the end, but not as bad as the previous 2 attempts. But yeah,
Right.
yeah, I think
Yeah, no.
I'll go out with the ingredients, set the camera up, and go, and that's it.
Because you've got quite a rig as well now for quite a shooting setup, haven't you? You've got bars across the top of your doghouse and
Yeah. I mean, I've got what the my barbecue shack, and it's called the doghouse. Basically, so if anyone phones up and asks for me, the wife will always say he's in the doghouse, which we are most of the time.
Yeah.
I'm obviously with the equipment I've got in there. I mean, I've got a Argentinian grill. I've got a little wood burning stove. Across the back, I've got the counter with a small Kamado, a large Kamado. Then I've got, and this is only 10 foot square. Then I've got the tandoori oven, and then the small tabletop stumps. So in the middle, I've only got 2 foot of kind of standing space.
Wow.
So one to try and get a tripod in
Yeah.
because there's no room. So I could have started off with tripods, put it on this bit of equipment, that bit of equipment, and then I thought, oh, I can improve on this. So I made some roof bars up. So basically, I've got like a 3-dimensional setup.
Yeah, it's a really good idea.
Across the front and back, and then I've got tracks that move left to right, and then on the track I've got dollies that move front and back, and then
Nice.
camera mounts that can go up and down. So it's like total 3-dimensional. So I can set the camera
You
up.
can move it absolutely anywhere. That sounds awesome.
Equipment that I want without anything being on the floor.
Maybe that's what you should do as a job, Steve. You should start making these for people that film.
But like I say, it was just something for me. I went down the workshop, got some 20 bar, flat bar, and welded them up. And just fixed it all up. And like I say,
Yeah.
I'm not tripping over anything now.
No.
It's a superb idea.
A lot of my cooking is overhead.
Hmm.
So it's overhead cooking. Or filming, should I say, yeah.
And it all looks superb as well. Actually, all your video and stuff like that, and your audio's fantastic on all of your videos. They're really, really nicely put together.
Yeah, 6 months I've kind of pushed it up another gear from when I first started a year or so ago. When I look back on them, I'm pretty embarrassed at the lighting, the graininess, the reflections, and all that kind of stuff. Like, yeah. In fact, it was Tom from BBQ Live who kind of emailed me and said, like, hey, Steve, but have a look at this, have a look at that. You know, you could improve, the quality by doing that, which, it's like everything you take on board and you think, oh, yeah, I can do. And I mean, when I first started my shack, the sides weren't open, they were like a lattice work. And the battles you had with the sun, the light reflection and things like that. And what didn't help is when I built it, I built a cabinet for me Kamados sitting, like a table that they actually sit in. And extravagant, and I had the top made, the granite worktop made to go on.
Yeah.
Didn't go down too low with the wife because the wife said, I can have granite outside in your barbecue shack, but we can't have it in the kitchen.
I was going to say she must have been over the moon. Granite worktop down the shed. Good God. Deb would kill me.
But the problem was, I thought it looked great, but it's a black granite. Light on it.
It comes. Yeah. Not good.
So I've got an old wood, like wood cloth on top of the granite. So
no.
Well, it's just so let's touch on your wood smoke forum. Like I'm a member of it. I must admit I'm not a very active member on it because I I'm dyslexic, and me and forums, we just don't get on. I'll be totally honest. I'm more of a chatty type of guy than writing anything down. But that's been going ages now.
I
What?
think 4th year, I think, on it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to know, it's www.woodsmokeforum.uk. Me and a good friend of mine started it, Wade. Basically, we were both members, and probably some of the American people will know it, of Smoky Meat forums over in the over in America. And me, Wade, used to run the kind of UK side of it.
Mm.
And we were doing well, and we got lots of members and lots of community and what have you. And then they decided that they wanted all our posts. If we were talking about brisket, they wanted us to post our chat about brisket into the main forum brisket side. It's English. So anyway, they said, well, you do it, or if you don't, we'll just move it all over there anyway. So I think that's when we decided that we would kind of start our own UK forum. That was basically the start of it, of Woodsmoke. So we've been going probably on 4 years now.
And that's sort of where all of the tailgates are splintered off from, isn't it? That's
tailgates. We did run them through Smoking Meats Forum. We used to have like an annual one once a year, and I think we did 2 or 3. And obviously, then we went on our own. We carried on, so we still have the kind of the big national one, which is not live. But then we got other people saying, "Oh, well, it's a bit too far north for me, or it's too far south." So we said, "Well, look, we'll divide the country up into regions, as you would get East Midlands, West Midlands, Northern, and what have you, and you can hold your own weekends." So that's. I think you went to the East Anglia.
Yeah.
one. So with East Anglia, we've had a Midland, Northern is quite a good one. So so basically tailgates are a weekend away camping. Got you want to stay local, etc. And it's totally up to you. You can come. We have a pitch, a camping pitch that we set up, and you can come and bring your smokers, your barbecue, and cook on there with everybody, or you can cook on your own. And what we say is that 5 o'clock is the cut-off time. That if you want to be in eating with everybody, 5 o'clock. Everything we put out for 6, and basically we have table set out. You come and put your dish down, and then you go around and try everybody else's dish and things like that. So that's the idea of the tailgates.
So Pickles, Charlie's come up with what are the major smoking words we get in the UK? So do you want to go with that, Steve?
Yeah, I mean, alder is quite a common one. I think silver birch was really big 2 or 3 years ago. I think people now seem to go for cherry and apple. We don't really go for like Mystique or that type of thing. Obviously, we don't get them in this country.
No, so you can't get it. Really. It's difficult to get your hands on that sort of stuff.
Yeah, cold smoking oak. Deep flavour. You go oak, I go kind of oak dust.
Yeah.
And things like that.
I'm a fan of cherry myself.
Yeah, cherry. Yeah. I'm using a lot of apple because probably think I cook a lot of pork, so I use a lot of apple wood. Because apple and pork go together. But what I was going to say is probably what people don't know. They think, oh, Dutchy, he's that cast iron bloke.
Well, that's sort of the niche you've carved out for yourself, to be honest, Steve. You sort of
And we had a bit of a chat not long ago about it. But he does all the cast iron. Well, yeah, I do on the YouTube channel and that. But obviously, as we're talking now, what I first kind of started doing on the smoking meats form in America, I'm classed as a pit master. I don't know how you become a pit master, but I'm classed as a pit master. And they have an award that they give out, the committee will sit, and they award this thing called the thin blue smoke.
All right.
And they'll probably pick 10 people a year to think it. I was given that, and I was actually, I think, the first person outside the USA to be given it.
That's quite an accolade.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Fair play, man. Holding up the British end, as it were.
Oh, yeah. Which it was me and Wade giving it at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Because my this is a W, I got the number before him, so I was the first one.
I bet that got right on his tits.
Not too pleased about it, but yeah. So I'd say I am theoretically a pit master. But do the cast iron, and that's a funny thing to it. I got a Dutch oven and things like that, but and I used to take them to the odd tailgate and cook things in it, especially on a Friday night when we were all turning up. I'd put a chili on or something like that and let it cook away while we're all getting together and setting up rather than thinking. And I've actually got a YouTube channel called Hot Coals BBQ. And it's got about 50 odd subscribers. But I thought, oh, this is not growing. It seems to be growing. And in the UK, there was a lot of competition, like Marcus and things like that. And I thought, I'm going to go a different direction. I'm going to go a totally different direction. And I picked cast iron.
Yeah, well, you've done well off the back of it, mate, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So that's the way I went. I went, oh, I'll do cast iron.
So we got a question from Julie in the chat. It says, what's your favourite type of cut of meat to cook and which method?
My favourite meat is pork as a whole, because a pig is so versatile. As we all know, is like I say, you can eat everything apart from the sweet if you want to.
Yeah.
It's belly pork out of that. First, pick one joint, it's belly pork, and I do it at every tailgate we go to. Another, if it's just a small piece, I think the last national we did, I did a whole side of belly pork over hot embers. I think about 4.5, 5 hours cooking. But yeah, belly pork, pork as a whole.
Have you? It's quite a niche question. I got some belly pork off one of my friends who's a farmer, right? And I think he done it just to freak me out because it had the nipples on it still. Have you ever had belly pork with the nipples on?
Or as a friend of mine, my mother would say, it's still got buttons on its waistcoat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you cut them off or did you leave them on? I had to cut mine off. I couldn't eat them. Not in bacon anyway.
So also what people don't realise is I used to run, along with the job I do, my day job, I used to run a catering. And I used to run a catering company, barbecue and hog roast company, weekends. So that's why I always pick a pig as favourite meat to cook, because I've cooked hundreds.
Yeah.
I've cooked
Makes
hundreds.
sense.
Yeah. And, I was cooking at one point 3-4 pigs a weekend.
That's a lot of pork.
A lot of pork, yeah. So,
It is, yeah.
and the favourite bit, when you're you're running it and you're serving it, you always keep the best bit to yourself, and they're the cheeks. They
are pretty tasty. I tried those. I bought them a while ago, but yeah, they were definitely good. They pull really nicely. Put them in tacos.
So when
Yummy.
and you've just got the carcass left and the eggs, cut them out.
Yep.
They're the best bits out.
Nice.
So Jimmy Q says, what is Dutchy's favourite gin, and does he still drink the Beefeater?
I'm not a gin snob. That's more to do with the wife. To tell the truth, I'll have any gin basically, but I don't really have it strong. You know, I mean, if I kind of have it, if you had a shot of gin, I'd top it up with tonic and ice, and I don't like a strong gin. So to me, I mean, you've got all these flavoured gins now on the market, orange and lime and things like that.
I must admit, I like just the London dry gin. It's
dry gin,
that's my favourite tipple. If when I get going, anyway.
Well, I'm what's the name? I have to take it steady at the moment. I'm on the old.
You're on the Becks. That's a nice beer.
On the blue.
I obviously all going back down to the lockdown thing of last year, what have you. Having to go up to work for work early and things like that. And to indulge a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think we all know that one a little bit too well at the moment, don't we?
No, knowing you haven't got to get up in the morning and drive and that, and I was kind of rocking it pretty good, like, most nights. And then I went for a blood test. And I got my doctor, who very kindly told me, he says, can you come and see me as soon as possible? So I went in, and see these results here for your kidneys and your liver. I mean, they were off the scale. Off the scale, man. So basically, I'll have that. I'll have a couple of glasses of wine, but, I kind of...
There's a limit, I guess. Yeah.
But before, I would sit and drink all night.
Yeah.
To the morning and go to bed and things like that. But now, I've kind of learnt my lesson a bit and reeled it in a bit.
Is it true that in England they can give you a DUI for being drunk at a bar with your keys? No, that's absolute bullshit. You've got to be in your car with the engine started before they'll give you a driving under the influence.
That's not true, actually. I've got one of my friends. He slept in his car overnight because he was too drunk to drive.
Did he have the keys in the ignition and turned on?
No,
he had them. They were in the car, but he got done because he had the potential. Yeah, the actual getting in the car. That's what they done him on.
Yeah, and not really supposed to, unless the keys are in the ignition. Say, for example, he fell asleep, but it was cold in the car and he turned the ignition on to warm it up, then they would have done him. But that's naughty. They shouldn't have really done him if he didn't drive anywhere. And the keys were... No way. No. Well, there you go. They're just a little bit harsher around by you now.
Yeah.
In the West Country, they don't mind us all getting pissed up and driving tractors around. War.
The West Country would never operate if everyone was sober.
No. Yeah, exactly.
Where you get away with anything without any insurance, driving license, anything. Just drive a tractor.
Yeah, absolutely. They wouldn't care.
No.
That's it. Just buy a tractor.
Their son was driving the tractor on the road at 14.
Whoops. They always concerns me that you can drive a tractor legally when you're 16 on the roads. Yet you can't drive a car, and a tractor are fucking big compared to a car. The potential to do a lot more damage. But yeah, you're allowed to drive one when you're 16.
Oh no. Yeah. Sorry, Pickles, I can't do that. I don't like cucumber.
I'm not a cucumber guy either, to be honest.
Mashed cucumber. No thanks.
And I'm not whiskey fan either. Yeah.
I'm not a massive alcohol fan, to be honest.
No, like I say, I mean, I was. Well, I'm not now. And yeah, I mean, I think I went 4 months, 5. And now I'll go and think, no, I can take it or leave it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm like that.
It doesn't really bother me. I mean, you've got products like this, you know, and they're good. You know, why drink beer when you've got a good product that tastes like
That's not going to ruin you. Exactly.
you know,
Yeah.
Exactly.
up in the morning think,
Yeah, regretting it. Exactly.
Yeah, I remember the tailgate. All right, fuck me. I don't remember
brings
much
us-
in the morning, but Jesus Christ.
That brings us back quite nicely into a question about the tailgates. Do you see them coming back this year? Hopefully, as long as COVID goes away.
Oh, I'd like to think so. I mean, the last one I organised and I attended was 2019. So, I mean, then we're going to be 2021, possibly back end of July. We don't.
Let's hope so, eh? Just something. Yeah, I mean, we don't know. We don't know how this is going to end up. You know, we might.
Back end of July out. If not, we'll probably do the Northern in September. But
Yeah.
don't know. And the thing is, it's
No.
building people's confidence back to come.
Exactly. And I mean, if you do bring them back, how do you see them changing? Do you any real changes to it?
Well, see, the problem is like I say, because we all cook together, commune. Well, I don't know what the thing would be. Is like if Ryan cooked a dish and he brought it on the table and we would eat it, are we allowed to do that?
Yeah, I suppose it's difficult, isn't it? I guess it's all very, up in the air. Let's hope that it gets back to it, and you know, with the tailgates can get back into swing, and you know, everyone can start to relax a little bit, and you know, build back up that relationship with everyone.
When we get the kind of the okay to start doing this, I think the barbecue community is going to have one hell of a get together.
Oh yes, yeah.
There'll be one. Almighty.
The road I live on, we're already started discussing a street party when things have you know, cleared up. I think it's just like little things like that give you the hope to carry on, doesn't it? It's just so depressing at the minute. It just
You know, asking me like, oh, when do you think like you've done? When I haven't got a crystal ball, you know.
No, absolutely.
You know, I mean, we're not going to be let out before March.
Nope.
So I can't see him allowing people gathering together. I mean, over here, like say, Glastonbury's been cancelled already this year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cancelled that. What other festivals they're going to allow, or people are going to invest money in promoting, or you know, getting together.
Yeah.
2021 being virtually a wipeout for most mass gatherings of any type.
I think you're probably right, mate. Which is a shame, because it's just it's almost like a, you know, 2 years and not being able to socialise with anybody.
I say that's what my business depends on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No festivals,
Great.
no weddings. I don't have any work.
Yeah. No, definitely. Moving on then. What are your takes on YouTube Shorts? So shorter videos on YouTube.
Shorts. It's the next big thing, I think. YouTube have got to do something. They've got to stem TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah, they certainly do.
And TikTok have got the march on them. People are doing like, you know, a minute, 2 minute videos. People are also getting paid on TikTok for doing these. Where YouTube are not paying shorts.
No.
the moment. My take on it, the reason they're not paying shorts and the reason YouTube say 10-minute video is so they can put lots of adverts in.
Absolutely.
That's all they recommend, a 10-minute video is so they can pack it with adverts. I don't know how they...
So obviously, the way TikTok works is very clever. You do these short videos and you end up losing an hour of time, but they're throwing adverts in that hour of time. So
but they're only
they need to. YouTube certainly need to rethink their strategy, especially around the new sort of social media that's happening.
Shorts, turn of the year, new year. Well, I've got, so I was about to say, well, I've got the time to sit and do it. I mean, I've had an old bleeding I started thinking, these shorts seems to be take off. So I've done several. Then were I've got a gallery of pictures. I put the pictures into a short video. Some were clips that I'd done. I was amazed about 3 weeks ago. I'd done a video on beef stew and dumplings.
Mm-hmm.
And I got one of these things up from Tube Buddy saying like, we're workshop, 5 o'clock, come and join us, it's all about shorts. So I thought, go on, I'll go along and I'll think it. So I sat and watched it and I actually got a really good call out from Tube Buddy on it. They were saying like, put your ideas up of what you make shorts of. So I went, Dutchy Cooking, and he picked it and he brought it up on screen. Dutchy Cooking. He's cast iron cooking. He said, right, we'll go into it. And he spent 15 minutes.
Oh, wow.
No way.
For them, going through the different things. And you put your different titles in, cast iron cooking. Look, you've got these. And so I watched it, but also they got a guy on and he was saying, like, short videos. He says, the great, if you've got a video that you've already made 3-4 weeks ago or 3 months ago, he says, what you shorts is like a baseball game. You've got your picture, capture. Your picture is your short video. Your capture is your main video that you're out. So you make a short of
that will clip it
of the main video. You put it up 3 or 4 weeks later. People are watching.
Yeah.
I'll go and watch
the proper one. Yeah.
So going back to the stew and dumplings, I've done 4 or 5 shorts, and I think I did 900,000 views on one I'd done, which I was over the moon with.
Yeah.
So I took some bits out of the main one on how to make dumplings. So it's just flour, water, bit of beef, roll them up, and I didn't even cook them out. I left them in the bowl. Says beef dumplings. If you want to see how to make them, click above or wherever it is to the main video. So I put it up. I think the first couple of days it went 1,600, and then it went kind of like 100, 200. I thought, it's flying. Sunday night, I went to bed and it was on about 250. I woke up on the Monday morning, it's had 15,000 views.
Nice.
Overnight. I got around about 50 subscribers off that one short video, which took me virtually up to the 1,000.
Yeah.
And the most non-kind of barbecuing video that I've produced.
Brought in the most. No way.
Just like literally,
there you go.
Take that bit, put it together, got 15,000 views.
Wow.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Amazing.
That was overnight. What people don't realise with shorts videos, you've got to enable your setting in the settings for short videos to create your kind of what they call your bookshelf. It's different to your normal run-of-the-mill YouTube.
All right.
You go into settings, and I think it says customise, and then you go down and you click short videos, and and then it ensures that you kind of short videos go onto your bookshelf. And
Okay.
one of them was saying that the kind of bookshelf that's up on the short video, it'll only ever hold 700 videos across the whole globe,
Platform. Okay.
across the whole platform. It'll only hold at the moment 700 videos. So if you can get your video
Up there, you're one of the 700. Yeah, absolutely.
that's without kind of going searching for it. Yeah.
Hmm.
So it was a very good hour spent watching a TubeBuddy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
No, that's gold dust. I thought I was doing all right, like putting little short videos up, getting 600 views. You know, I thought, wow, that's really, really good. But like
It was
that
almost
amount, crazy.
1,000 overnight.
Mm,
Oh, what
wow.
Eh? And the TubeBuddy counter was like, click, click, click on.
Yeah.
Is that broke?
That's really cool, man. That's really good to hear. You know, it's great to. Well, when you think where we come, like we sort of like come out, we started out at the same time doing channels and sort of like always doing collabs and messing around and stuff like that. It's great, as I said, you and Tom. It's great to see you sort of like progressing on and doing good stuff. You know, it's always nice to see your mates do good.
The collab I actually did with you.
Sorry.
First collab I did with you, collaboration.
Yeah.
Was back 2019 when we did the Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the first one I'd ever done. It was with yourself. I forget who else we did.
Julianne from Just 8, wasn't it? She was.
Yeah, because we both come up with the same idea doing the bat wings.
Yeah. That's it.
We both sat there and went, "I've done my video. Yeah, I've done my. What have you done? I've done bat wings. Oh, I've done bat wings."
It was cool. The thing was as well, they were both a different take on doing it. So that was what made it really cool, just to see sort of like two different people with the same idea with two different angles. So,
and after that, I shot a video with the what I call the heart burger with deep fried intestines.
Mm.
Basically, it's a beef with fries, and I actually airbrushed the fries red.
You done the whole packaging and stuff like that as well, didn't you?
Yeah, packaging and that, and then the burger was 2 burger packets, and I froze a disc of ketchup. I put it between the 2 burgers, and then cooked it. And the idea was when you cut into it, the blood run out.
Mm.
So I thought, well, I've got to make this a bit more. So I got my meat syringe, filled it with ketchup, and had a little pipe that actually went into the back of the thing, the burger.
Yeah.
When I cut into it, I just pumped the ketchup through the syringe, and the burger actually looked like it was beating.
No way.
And that was one of
that's cool.
the fun videos I
Yeah.
Okay, that was a different idea.
I must say, the Halloween videos are always good fun to make. I think I always enjoy making them. Not that I done one this year. I think it was just lockdown. I just couldn't be asked, to be honest. I was like,
I got that many ideas, and I brought some props to do things with, to cook in and things like that. And I ended up cooking on the GMG pellets, and I did the apple pie. And it was done in strips to make it look like a mummy.
yeah.
But I got other plans, and a bit like yourself, it was like, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh shit, I've run out of time. I've got to get something done, and that was just a way of putting something up. And it was the mummy pie, I think I called it.
I think a lot of this it's affected a lot of people in a lot of different ways. You know, you do. I've mentioned this before. You do get YouTube burnout and multimedia burnout. 100%. I think that is a thing. And then you sort of put a bit of lockdown misery on it on top, and it's just like, really? It's supposed to be fun, and sometimes it's a bit much.
I've got a bit of that at the moment myself, and like I said, I've done the shorts. The shorts is easy. I mean, it's 10 minutes. I can lock up a sauce or something like 10 minutes and do it. But actually get my arse into gear and getting out
And do it. Yeah.
full video. I mean, I posted on Wednesday, which is a lot of people know, the cast iron Wednesday I do every Wednesday without fail. I haven't got a video for last Wednesday. And like, I can't be bothered, to do it. And I filmed a short video of just literally sirloin steaks I cooked on the cast iron, like a lodge thingy, and I put that out because I got nothing out. And I did actually put in below. Sorry, folks, I've not had time to do a proper full cast iron. It wasn't. I haven't got time. It was. I couldn't be arsed. I couldn't be bothered.
Yeah.
So I've got to get myself back into it and
get back on the horse, as it were.
That's right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So Monday I've got a cool plan.
Brilliant. Get out there and get it done, son.
Right. Yeah. Like I say, weekends. I struggle at weekends because obviously the wife's not working. She wants my time. I've got to devote the time to her. So normally on my week, I'm very busy on a Monday and a Tuesday type of thing, and then so normally I get Wednesdays to myself, and that's when I do cooks on a Wednesday, and sometimes I can have 3, 4, 5 cooks in advance, filmed, ready to go. But like I say, I'm running on bare bones. It's hand to mouth, basically. Film,
out,
edit, and out.
Yeah, it's not a good place to be in. I always like to keep one in the bank just in case.
Yeah.
I've got an emergency video always ready to go, but I always like to have at least 2 ready to. Just the footage. If it's not, even if it's just raw footage, you can make something from it.
That's right. Yeah.
I've got a couple of weeks. Well, I'm filming tomorrow. I'm going to do 2 videos tomorrow, and maybe a drinks video. But I like to get a day's filming done, then edit at my leisure. I don't know about you. If you've got a bit of pressure on and you've got to edit, I don't edit as well. I like to take my time and sort of come back to it and check it a couple of times. Whereas if you know you've got to get it out, it's like, oh shit, that'd do.
Yeah.
I don't talk while I'm cooking. I don't, give a running commentary. I edit the video, then the rest on top of it. So I can do things, and then I think, well, I've got to have half hour of peace and quiet where I can go and talk over it. And then the wife's like, E.T., so I can get the video done sometimes. Then I have to say, right, look, I'm disappearing for half hour.
I need quiet time.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Right. So we sort of covered that question. We sort of covered the where do you see the barbecue moving in 2021? Again,
I think it's just a hot fire round, isn't it, Ryan?
We've got the hot fire questions now. So you ready for this, Steve?
What then?
Who's going first? Me or you, Matt?
Hold up. I've got to get up the previous questions because I haven't got them currently. 1 second. Talk amongst yourselves.
Right.
Quick.
So we are, well, as we've been touching on some mental health thing, we're strong supporters of this for Russ's cause. Everybody in the chat, if you can get behind this and push it out, the hashtag you together cause, take a picture of your post, post it up at 7:30 local time, and just get it out there and light up all of your multimedia platforms. It doesn't have to be a video. If you could maybe continue using the hashtag Q together in everything you make, that will push the hashtag out more. Obviously, you guys are watching, you know exactly how it all works. I don't, if I'm totally honest. I know you put hashtags in to make stuff pop up, but I'm not a technical guy. That's what he's for. No, There you go. He's full. Hey.
Right, I have the questions.
On then.
You go first, Ryan.
Right, you ready?
Yep.
Hot and fast or low and slow?
At the moment, I have to go up and fast.
Day or night?
Oh, definitely night. I'm terrible in the morning.
Well, I was going to say beer or spirits.
I'd say beer. I'm not a big spirit drinker. Only gin, but I'll only have one, and that's it.
Lump or briquette?
Lump
Good man.
all day.
Pork or
Well,
beef?
he's already answered this one.
I do like steak.
Nah.
Careful.
Ribs, wet or dry?
Wet, but not drowned.
Okay, fair enough.
You get some of the literally drowned in sauce.
Too much sauce. Yeah.
So, butcher paper or foil?
Foil.
Wrap it or let it ride?
I'm too tight to buy the butcher's paper.
Fair enough. Yeah. And wrap it or let it ride?
I wrap.
Okay, there's one special one. I don't know if you saw that. Burgers or hot dog?
Burgers. I don't. Like, I've done one of these before, and hot dogs. We only have hot dogs once a year. November the 5th. It's not
It's
a
a bonfire night, isn't it?
it's not a big for us.
Yeah, we have a lot of bratwurst.
I like bratwurst.
What's that, Chino or Pongo sticks? What the fuck's that one?
I have no idea.
You're gonna have to explain this in a minute. You have to come in the pub club, Greg. I want to know what you mean by that. I've not.
That's it. And then the old classics of top 3 music artists or albums.
Not albums. We'll go artists. When I was there, I used to a lot of David Bowie. I'm
Nice.
not like most people you seem to get on here. I'm not a rock fan. Probably my next is Manic Street Preachers. Their band, and I've been to see them live and what have you. And then Coldplay.
Love a bit of Coldplay.
Yeah, that's my kind of, or my wife would call it depressing music.
So it's sort of an indie guy then.
Yeah. Not rock.
Go with that.
Not, I'm not like you, Ryan. Been like the raves and what have you. I'm not into that.
That was a long time ago in a galaxy far away.
Nowadays, in the time they go out raving, we've been out, had a skinful, been to the club, had a curry, and was back home asleep. Time these kids go out raving now.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to say what I get up to because someone might be watching from work, but we used to go out on a Friday and come back on a Sunday evening.
Yeah. Almost a Monday.
oh, what fun! That's all I'm going to say. Daddy Dutch is in the chat. How you doing, Dutch?
Hi,
Good
Ken.
to have
You're
you.
right. So, right, should we move into the pub club?
Yeah. Let's get into the pub club.
Okie dokie.
Thanks everybody for. Hold on. Oh, I was going to say. Were you going to say about the social media stuff?
If you wish.
Yes,
carry on.
Okay. All right. I wasn't quite sure. It's all right. I can edit that out in the podcast. It'd be fine. So, can you tell us all about your social media and where we can find you?
Yeah, basically YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, either Dutchy Cooking or Dutchy.cooking across the platforms. If you put Dutchy Cooking in on any of the platforms, it brings up. Simple as that.
Absolutely.
Dutchy Cooking.
Yeah. If you want Instagram, Northern Tailgate, that's up there. And if you want to check out Wood Smoke Forum, that's up on Instagram as well.
Okay.
Excellent.
Anything else you want to push out there? This is your time to shine, dude.
No, basically, I'd just like to say thanks for all the support for everybody's given us, given the channel, especially our friends across the pond in America. Charlie, he's a very good supporter. He comments on virtually everything I do. He's always good. So, yeah, just basically thanks for everyone who supports the channel. And I'm sorry I've not got a book or any rubs to push to advertise.
We get everybody on just because it's nice to have a conversation with people, you know. We go back a fairly long way, and it's always nice to talk to you, Steve. So thank you for agreeing to come on the show and talking, and letting us know about what you've been up to.
I didn't know how it was going to go down. It's always, well, like I say, you just treat it as talking to you two.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
just like a normal chat, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right, let's get into the pub club, and I shall see you in about a minute and a half.
Okay.
Bye.